People go through things throughout their everyday life, but not everybody goes through the same thing, and not everybody can handle things the same. In order to be placed in a better position and elevate, change is a must. Change is the key ingredient to growth. Warren Bennis wrote an article about becoming a leader. Bennis talked about using your wisdom and insights gained from your reflections on life lessons. Basically meaning if you went through anything in the past that has caused like a disruption in your life, you could use lessons learned from that experience to keep you from experiencing the same thing, or maybe not in the same situation, but knowing how to handle a situation similar to it. With everything you go through, there's a lesson there could be taken from a situation, avoiding any type of scenario. Change is the only constant in a leader's life. For you to reach different goals and higher levels, you must need to change certain things so that you can reach those potentials. Displaying optimism, faith, and hope could spread to other people, and for you, instead of being negative about the circumstances, you could think about all the positive incomes, meaning no matter your current situation now or whatever your situation was before, that doesn't define how your situation is going to end or how your end result is. There can always be a better output. You just need to think of it that way, and maybe that positive energy could turn into actual positive results. There's also a famous rapper. Well, I actually been listening to him a lot, I guess. His name is Jay-Z, and he's not really from money. If you know Jay-Z, he's from New York, Brooklyn, New York. And in his music, he talks about where he's from. And he talks about how he was tied in with the streets. And in one of his songs, December 4th, he says, I went to school and got good grades and could behave when I wanted, but I had demons inside me that would raise up when confronted. Later in life, when he began to take life in a different direction, and instead of being around the negativity, which was becoming a product of his environment, like dealing with the streets and the drugs and doing all the crime and everything like that, instead of continuing to be around that, he decided to take a different path, and he found an escape from the streets, which was his rap music, that allowed him to live a completely different lifestyle than he thought he would. He still found a way for him to be a better him and live a lifestyle that changed, that wasn't the same as his start, as his beginning. The same thing that he did is also possible for anybody. Of course, pertaining to your situation, not everybody is in the same place. But where you're from doesn't define who you are, and your situation doesn't define how it's going to end. You define who you are. Learning to take what you have been through and turning it into a new way of living is a change that could put anybody in a better position.